Today is Thursday, August 27th. At 11 a.m. this morning, we have a tropical storm that formed right here. It'll be called Dolly. Tropical storm Dolly formed earlier today. From this location, Dolly is 2,690 miles away from southeast Florida. Next, we need to look where Dolly is expected to travel for the next 3 days. It is primarily western movement that will get to here. It'll be on the verge of entering the Leeward Islands by late Saturday. Let's back up. A formation at this location is normally bad news due to the coordinates. The further south they form, the more concerned I get. This storm formed at 13.7 degrees north latitude. I have marked 20 down to 5. This is the box where these storms form, especially when we are now in the peak of hurricane season. The next concern that I have is the forward motion of where this storm is going to be traveling the next 3 days. Western movement. From this location, Dolly is 1,616 miles from southeast Florida. Here is potential very good news. Dolly is expected to dissipate late this weekend. The National Hurricane Center has Dolly traveling into essentially a brick wall of very strong wind shear. Wind shear is produced from a strong El Nino pattern, which we are currently in. This is essentially a wall, but it's not a guarantee. There are never guarantees when you look into the future of any tropical system, especially when we're talking about 3 days from now. I am concerned that this storm could break through the wall. And if it does, the script will get flipped and we will be dealing with Hurricane Dolly. From this location, you're talking about roughly 7, maybe 8 or 9 days tops before the storm could get in southeast coast or further to the north. So this storm, I need to make sure it does what it's predicted to do, and that's going to be a death sentence right around here. Now, what I want to do is discuss a storm in my past. Earlier today, I had to think, have I ever tracked a storm in my long 28-year history like this? A storm that formed in spite of high wind shear where it formed. There is still wind shear in this region, but it wasn't strong enough to keep Dolly from forming. This next wall is predicted to be the end of Dolly. I can recall a storm all of you will remember. I really believe almost every subscriber I have over the age of 30 will all know what storm I will be showing you. I don't want to give it away. Let me just share a quick story. We had a storm here, not too far from Dolly. Hurricane X, we will call this storm. From here, this storm traveled similar to Dolly. And right around here, this storm was struggling to stay alive. National Hurricane Center had to make a decision to either keep tracking this storm or shut it down. The wind shear it was going through was ripping apart the storm. It looked like the storm was going to end right here. But the National Hurricane Center decided to wait another day or two. The storm broke through, survived the wall of wind shear, and went on and become one of the worst hurricanes to ever strike our country. So until this forecast either holds up or doesn't, Dolly is still breathing. Dolly is still kicking, but has to get through the wall. It will be approaching very soon. I hope I do not have to come back with another report about Dolly. Because if that's the case, Dolly is going to be our first hurricane of the year. If Dolly does what is forecasted to do, and therefore my next report will be covering another storm. So that's where we're at with Dolly. I'm going to end this video, of course, and show you a hurricane that I was discussing that broke through this same wall Dolly's going to be dealing with. We can never let our guard down. Talk to you soon.